Oh, yeah. Yep. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Otsego County Sportsplex for Northern Michigan Warhounds playoff hockey here on PAC TV. The Warhounds are seeking revenge. I'm Taylor Phillips, and tonight the Warhounds prepare to face off in the first game of the best of three APHL quarterfinals series against the Summit City Distillers. Tonight's game is sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings in Gaylord, Let's Go Sports Bar, Bugs and Stuff Pest Control, Serpenotics Hockey, Treetops Resort, McDonald's, Contender Athletics, Rustling League Photography, Bell Forklift, Serve Pro, Magical Vacation Planner by Ralph Lake, Preston Feather, Dave's Garage, Alpin Buffs Outdoor Resort, Gaylord Area Chamber of Commerce, Smith Realty Group, Miro Construction, Hogan's Jewelers, Otsego County Animal Shelter, Alpine Tavern and Eatery, Dodson Pavement Solutions, Hockeytron, The Landing Zone, Eichenhout Roofing, Siding, Windows, and Decking, and Crave Pasta and Pizza Pub. Previously, the Warhounds, led by head coach Josh Paricio, upset the shorthanded Ridgetown Royals 7-5 a week ago today, as we covered here in the Plex. Channing Gorzak made his triumphant return and recorded a hat trick and an assist, which is what he does best on the ice, while Justin McComas added 2 more goals. And then the past Sunday late afternoon, the Warhounds gave the West Michigan Sentinels a battle, but they collapsed in the third period, giving up 5 goals, making it 6 straight unanswered, and lost 10-7. Gorzak scored 2 more goals in that losing effort, while Mitchell Patchett, Grant Koykendall, and Nick Hodgson each came up with a goal and an assist. With those 2 results, the Warhounds finished the regular season remaining in 4th place in the APHL Western Division standings at 13-11-0-0 with 26 points, while tonight's opponent, the Summit City Distillers, led by head coach Grant Shearer and assistant coach Kyle Bush, finished at the top of the division at 15-7-0-2 with 32 points. Those are what bring us here in this Western Division semifinal series matchup. Now, in the regular season series, Summit City swept Northern Michigan 8-5 and 5-3 here at home, and then 7-2 and 9-2 on the road in Summit City. In the 8-5 loss here back on November 15th, Andy Peck started in goal and only made 2 saves while giving up 3 goals early in the game and got chased for it. Jacob Zomick finished the rest of the game making 45 saves, but allowed 4 goals excluding an empty net goal. The very next day, in the 5-3 defeat, Zomick made 31 saves out of 36 shots on goal. And then on December 13th, in the 7-2 loss on the road, Zomick again made 31 saves except out of 38 shots. Finally, on January 3rd, in the 9-2 walloping, Zomick made 16 saves out of 21 shots in 27-57, while Lucas Jacob made 30 saves out of 34 shots in 32-03. That's a total of 55 shots on goal against in that game. So one important key I have for the Warhounds to game 1 of that quarterfinal series tonight is to buckle down defensively and help out their goaltender by blocking more shot attempts against. And they'll need all the offense they can provide on the ice. Those keys should apply to the duration of this entire series if the Warhounds want to advance and pull the upset against the Distillers and advance to the Western Division Championship Series. And the winner of this game will play the winner of the series between the West Michigan Sentinels and the Toledo Swarm. And our penalty kill is sponsored by Hogan's Jewelers, the jeweler of service. Hogan's Jewelers, located in Gaylord. And we want to remind you all that if our Warhounds kill 3 penalties in tonight's game, you can each save $50 out of any purchase of at least $400 at Hogan's Jewelers in Gaylord, the jeweler with service. Switching gears now, let's take a look at our State of Michigan sports update. Starting with college men's basketball, the third-ranked Michigan Wolverines got their revenge on the 15th-ranked Wisconsin Badgers by edging them 68-65 in the Big Ten semifinal round to move on to the Big Ten championship game tomorrow against the winner of either Purdue or UCLA. Yaxel Lendenborg scored the game-winning three-point shot from way deep with 0.3 of a second left. And Purdue just escaped by beating UCLA 73-66. So Michigan will play Purdue tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. on CBS for the Big Ten Tournament Championship. The eighth-ranked Michigan State Spartans lost 88-84 to the unranked UCLA Bruins last night in the quarterfinal round before UCLA, as mentioned before, lost to Purdue 73-66. The Pistons beat the Memphis Grizzlies 126-110 at Little Caesars Arena last night. They've won three in a row after losing 4 straight. They visit the Toronto Raptors at Scotiabank Arena tomorrow at 3:30 on FanDuel Sports Network Detroit. The Red Wings visit the Dallas Stars at American Airlines Arena. FanDuel tonight at 8 on FanDuel Sports Network Detroit. And the Tigers beat the Toronto Blue Jays 6-1 in Dunedin. They head to Tampa to take on the New York Yankees tomorrow at 1:05 in Grapefruit League action. So we send it now to the public address announcer for the starting alliance and the national anthem.
Tonight we welcome the visiting Summit City Distillers and our Northern Michigan Warhounds. First of all, let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Distillers. On defense, wearing number 7, Justin Gaynor. On defense, number 80, J.D. Woods. The right wing is number 22, Devon Curry. The left wing is number 72, Thomas Healy. Starting at center, number 21, Alex Arnold. And then ball wearing number 31, Luke Richardson. And for starting center and the rest of the Distillers. And now starting for your Northern Michigan Warhounds. Starting number 2, Caleb Tillman. On defense, number 15, Matthew Hines. Power play is number 18, Jaden Moore. Right way is number 26, Roberto Lefebvre. Starting at center, number 11, Anthony Vela. And in there, wearing number 45, Jacob Zonic. Associate coach Tom Pratt, head coach Joshua Brizio, and the rest of your Warhounds. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's playoff puck drop is a special one for the Pack. The Northern Michigan Warhounds are built on more than hockey. We're built on family, community, and the people who make this team what it is. That's something we've worked hard to grow all season. So who better than to drop the puck for the first game of the playoffs? The Warhounds co-owner Megan Hacker and her daughter Lennon. Let's welcome them.
Lennon Hacker is the daughter of owner Megan Hacker. Today's her 7th birthday. She's going to do the ceremonial puck drop, part of the Pack Mentality family.
Let's start the playoffs the Warhounds way.
Happy birthday, Lennon. Happy 7th birthday. The national anthem is next.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you please rise, I'd like to call your attention to the north end of the arena and the flag of the United States. Let's join our voices together as we honor America with our national anthem. My apologies, we're going to call this technical difficulties. We're going to plan B.
You are watching Northern Michigan Warhounds playoff hockey on PAC TV. It's playoff time, folks. Feel the excitement as we bring you Northern Michigan Warhounds playoff hockey for the first time on PAC TV. Taylor Phillips here live with you from the Otsego County Sportsplex. The Warhounds trying to get revenge and pull the upset in the best of three series against the top-seeded Summit City Distillers in the Western Division semifinals. The winner of this game will play either the Toledo Swarm or the West Michigan Sentinels. The Sentinels are 2-seeded and the Toledo Swarm are 3-seeded, according to the standings. So it's time for the opening puck drop. Anthony Viola will face off against Alex Arnold. And we're underway. Distillers control. Again, one of the keys to the game, block more shots. Help your goaltender out. Good poke check by Zamek. And the puck comes out to center. J.D. Woods back at his own blue line. Denner to Perry, the captain of the Distillers. Harassed by Viola. Warhounds try to forecheck, but the Distillers come away with it. Viola, though, takes over and gets it back to Heim. Over to Giblin. Matthias, a little miscommunication. Giblin off of Hess' escape, but recovered by Kellogg. Warhounds change on the fly. Here's a steal and a shot going wide. Taken by Byron Lamau. Wurzbacher dumps it in. Far corner. Hess retrieves it first. Justin Ehrman will get it to Cody Hess. Hess and Brian Lomau almost collide, but Zamek makes the pad save. There's a shot on goal. And another shot goes over top of the net and out of play from a sharp angle from Lomau. And both teams will make it change each. 18:33 left, first period. Just getting underway, no score. Josh Kucharski will take the face-off for the Distillers against Grant Koykendall. To the left of Zamek. Warhounds come away with it. Here's Patchett dumping it in. And it's going to be Luke Richardson in net, starting in net for the Distillers. He comes out to play it. Grant Siebenhaler comes up with it. Distillers dump it in. Zamek plays it for Doyle behind the net. Patchett across to Mason Held. Pass to center. Grant Koykendall couldn't control it. Siebenhaler. Jensen Bear, the Grizzly Bear, out there. Here's a steal. Patchett to Matthias. 2 shots and 2 saves by. Oh man, they score! They call the goal! Wow! We'll keep our eyes on things. Right now it's a goal. Looks like Matthias is going to get that one. Looks like he got a third shot on net, and it went in after Luke Richardson made 2 fantastic pad saves. The third attempt, Richardson had no chance whatsoever, and it's 1-0 Warhounds. 17:42 gone left in the first period. That's 2:18 gone by in this hockey game. So the Warhounds make an early statement. Matthias scoring the goal. There's Viola breaking in, left circle. He'll shoot one just wide. I think Christopher Wallum, number 77, got his stick on that shot. Chillman ices the puck. Patchett.
You can basically go like, so try to go, yeah, perfect, yeah, just right there.
Patchett and I believe Koykendall get the assists on Matthias' goal. Warhounds win that face-off. Chillman to Heim. Best defensive pairing on the team. As mentioned before several times, Matthias has his pocket picked. Pass intercepted, though. But here's Lomau. Lomau, right corner. Denner. Shot. Partially blocked. There's a shot block right there. Zamek gets the stick out, and then he covers the puck for a face-off. 16:42 left, first period. 1-0 Warhounds. Making the early statement with a Matthias goal assisted by I can't really remember, but Patchett and Koykendall. Thank you. To my memory. Here's McComas with it, shooting it in. Antoine Nickel, one of the new members of the Distillers, makes the pass to Siebenhaler. Here's Hodgson with a steal. McComas shoots it wide with a backhand. Kucharski gets it over to Wallum. Wallum almost gets hooked by McComas, but he breaks in. Good stick in the lane by Giblin. Way to prevent that scoring opportunity. Kellogg gets bothered, but he gets the puck to Giblin with a nice spinorama move. Pass too far for Kellogg. Alex Arnold with a steal. Arnold left circle. Nice move. couldn't get the shot off, and he passes it to nobody in particular, no icing. And Richardson will come out to play it, and the Distillers come in offside as the Warhounds change on the fly. 15:28 left first period. The Warhounds caught a break right there. Face off outside the Warhounds blue line. Shillman in the corner. Gets it to Held. Puck goes into the bench and out of play. And it was deflected. So it's all legal. 15:18 left first period. Faceoff will come back into the Warhound zone. Well, it's going to be Coy Kendall and Arnold on the faceoff to the left of Zamek. And now the faceoff will actually come outside the Warhound blue line. Still Coy Kendall and Arnold on that faceoff. Almost a draw. Mason Held comes up with now a 2-on-2 battle for the puck. Coy Kendall plays it ahead, back into the Distillers zone. Jensen Bear trying to make a pass, but the Warhounds forecheck. And now Arnold takes it the other way to Devin Perry. Perry gets hit by Mason Held on the bench board. Neely. Good defensive play. There's Shillman. There's Heim. Hatchet. Heim. And it's icing on the Warhounds. Hate to say it, but that was a good call. 14-13, 14-34. First period, 14-34 left, first period. It's going to be Byron Lomau against Grant Coy Kendall on the face-off to the left of Jacob Zamek. Matthias tries to carry it ahead, but it's held in. And now Matthias carries it to center. J.D. Woods tries to bump him off the puck, but he maintains possession. Does Matthias. Heim. And it's icing against the Warhounds. Try to pass it to Matthias, but Matthias, again, was not paying attention. There needs to be more communication. That's another key to the game if the Warhounds want to win this series. 14-12 left. First period. There's a steal by Lomau and a save by Zamek. Denner at the blue line on the other side. Giblin behind his own net. Gives it away. Lomau off the side of the net. Puck is centered. Hess. Lomau held in by Denner. Now it's poked away. Lead by Jaden Bowl on the ice for the first time in this game. Here's Cody Hess with it. Nice move, but Viola got his stick on it, and he takes it the other way. 2-on-2 with Matthias. Viola tries to make a move against Gallus Reichart. Cody Hess clears it to center. Ryan Kiola back in the lineup, back on the Warhounds roster. To Kellogg. Kiola back on defense. Here's Jaden Bull with it. Warhounds change on the fly. Puck in the right corner, 2-on-2 battle for the puck. And the Distillers come up with it. Antoine Nickel. And another battle for the puck in the boards. Now it's held in, and a wrist shot saved by Richardson. Off of Kiola. Warhounds hold it in. Shot is blocked. And now a breakaway, Jordan Clark one-on-one against Chillman. And he'll just send it wide of the net. Nice hit by Hodgson. Hayden Peacecore is going to wear the number 22 tonight for our Warhounds. Blocker saved by Zamek. Here's Arnold with it. Good defense by Wurzbacher against Arnold. Puck is behind the net, and now Arnold with it again outside the right corner. Gets it to Perry, but he's cut off by Kiola. Now the Warhounds take it the other way. McComas tries not to ice it. Here's a centering pass from Hodgson to Wurzbacher. Here's a shot, a save. A centering pass, stick in the lane. Hodgson, Giblin, Wurzbacher deflects it wide. McComas bumped off the puck. Distillers cleared all the way down to Zamek in the crease, who plays it for Giblin. To Kellogg. Neely holds it in. Around the end board. Giblin to Kellogg again. Wurzbacher couldn't get it. Bouncing puck. No icing. It was an intended pass. Warhounds changed on the fly. Now here's Austin Ormsby. Hess with a shot. Goes wide. Patchett. To center. Mason Held. Here's Patchett again with a nice move and a save by Richardson. Patchett again and another save by Richardson. Koikendall with it to the left corner. Drops it off to Mason Held, or Patchett rather. Mitchell Patchett. Chillman with a one-timer, blocker save by Richardson. Puck goes to the other board. And the puck is now deflected off the netting just barely and out of play. 10:18 left first period. In game one of the best of three APHL quarterfinal round, the Western Division semifinal between the Northern Michigan Warhounds and the Summit City Distillers. The Warhounds lead the Sentinels. Warhounds lead the Distillers 1-0. Face off to the left of Richardson. Distillers try to clear, but Chillman holds it in. Here's a wiring shot, blocker save by Richardson. Cody Hess with it the other way. Chillman in pursuit. Hess, penalty coming up to Chillman. Chillman blocks the shot. It goes off him and right to Jacob Zamek, who covers up somehow. With 9:59 left first period, and the Warhounds will go to the Hogan's Jewelers penalty kill. Brought to you by Hogan's Jewelers, the jeweler with service. It's going to be a slashing call on Caleb Chillman. Remember, with the Hogan's Jewelers penalty kill activation, if our Warhounds kill 3 penalties in tonight's game, you can each save $50 out of any purchase of at least $400 at Hogan's Jewelers in Gaylord. The jeweler with service. Face off to the right of Zamek. Distillers on the first power play of the game. Arnold at the blue line. To Hess. Here's a wrist shot blocked, I believe, by Heim. Hess with it again. Back to Arnold. McComas in front. Gets it to Neely. Wurzbacher. McComas intercepts and clears. Down to 9.5 to go in the first period. 1.5 minutes on the Hogan's Jewelers penalty kill. Here's Hess with it. Drops it off to Perry. Here's a one-timer on a goal. Alex Arnold top shelf. The Distillers caught the Warhounds napping. And it's a power play goal for Alex Arnold. It's going to be Perry and Hess assisting on it at 10:42 into the first period. We're tied at 1. Kucharski and Viola face off at center. Wallem tries to clear it, but the Warhounds try to respond here after that power play goal by Alex Arnold. Kellogg across to Giblin, who gives it away. The number 65, that's Spencer Steinforth. Shot blocked by Giblin on Steven Naylor. Viola just barely dumps it in, taking a hit. Bull to Viola, wrapping around. Kellogg with a wrister. Saved by Richardson. Viola gets the rebound. Viola lost a little bit of control of that puck. He'll have to give it up. Oh, taken by Matthias, though. Pass across. Oh, what a one-timer by Bull, but he shot it way wide. Wide open net, he couldn't bury it. And now Richardson comes up with the puck, covers it up on the wraparound attempt, and holds on to it for a face-off to his left. 8:10 left, first period, 1-1 tie. Alex Arnold from Devin Perry and Cody Hess for the Distillers. Alex Arnold and Justin McComas on the face-off. Neely with a shot, and it goes through right to Zamek's chest, and he hangs on. 7:47 left, first period. Another face-off to Zamek's left. And they do it again. Arnold and McComas. Arnold wins the face-off, but it's stolen by Hodgson. Across to Heim. To McComas. Warhounds surging in. Wurzbacher. Heim. Wrist shot and a save by Richardson, who gets in front of it. Heim with it. Tried to center one, but with a stick in the lane. J.D. Woods comes up with it. Chillman holds it in, shoots it wide. Neely jumps on the rebound. Hodgson holds it in. Wurzbacher to McComas. Right corner. Poked away by Denner. Held in by Chillman. Puck is loose. Woods tries to clear, but Heim holds it in. Here's a chance by Hodgson. Hodgson to the left corner. Waits. Here's a wrist shot. McComas blocked by J.D. Woods. Hodgson to the right corner. Pass behind the net to McComas. Check from behind by Denner. 2-on-2 battle for the puck in the end board. Down to 6.5 left. Hodgson comes up with it. Arnold in pursuit. And the Distillers clear to center. Kiola corrals it. Across to Giblin. He'll shoot it in. Denner cuts it off. Kiola dumps it back in. Distillers change on the fly. Lead pass ahead. Too far for Cody Hess just a bit. Kennedy. That's Jeremy Kennedy, and now Coy Kendall gets held, but he gets the puck. No penalty call yet, but Coy Kendall to Mason held. Warhounds still have the puck. But it's cleared by the Distillers, and now Lomau overskated it. Here's a giveaway. Coy Kendall in on goal, and he shoots it wide. Now it's given away to Ehrman. Ahead to Cody Hess. Breaking in the other way. Across to Dreikart. Poked away by Kennedy. Matthias tries to come up with a steal. Kiola. There's Jaden Bull being outnumbered, but he gets it to Matthias. Wrist shot and a blocker saved by Richardson. And a rebound. Loose puck. Where is it? Poked away but cleared by Chillman. Tries a deflection by Bull. No dice. Rebound. Viola partially whiffed on it. Gets it to Heim. One-timer blocked by Reichart. And coming up with it is Siebenhaler, 2-on-2. Here's a blast! And a glove save by Zamek. Chris Wollum was surging in with Siebenhaler with a rocket, but Zamek was ready for it, and he gloved it down for another face-off, forthcoming to his left. It'll be Arnold and McComas on that face-off. Nice move by Neely coming up with that puck. Couldn't get a shot off. McComas tries to clear, but it's just barely held in by Ormsby into the corner. Perry, here's a shot by Arnold just off the side of the net. And a whistle. And the net is off its moorings. 4:24 left, first period. One apiece. Ones are partially wild here. 1 goal apiece, first period. 4:24 left. Face off to the right of Zamek. Neely and McComas. Neely wins the face-off. Wiring deflected wide by Neely. Ormsby. Wrist shot. Bear shot deflected wide and off the netting and out of play. 4:11 left. First period, one apiece. Face off to the right of Zamek again. Warhounds will make a change. A wholesale change at that. This is a very interesting matchup here. Very interesting game from the get-go. Here's Viola with it. Warhounds carry ahead 3-on-2. Viola shoots it in. Gets taken down. Bull on pursuit of the puck. Puck goes into the left corner. A one-on-one battle for it. Matthias. There's Bull with it. Gets checked. Matthias has it knocked away. Jensen Bear. Attended pass. Warhounds won icing. And they get it. With 3:40 left in the first period. Face off forthcoming in the Distillers zone. Glad you're with us here on PAC TV on the Northern Michigan Warhounds YouTube channel. Taylor Phillips here. Game 1 of the best of 3 APHL quarterfinal round, the Western Division semifinal. Warhounds win the face-off. Kellogg has his pocket picked. Here's Neely with it. Behind the net, the other way. Neely with it again. Pass back to Bear. Here's a wrist shot. And it goes in, deflected, and it goes in, and the Distillers take the first lead of the game. 3:23 left. First period, and the Distillers lead the Warhounds 2-1. Jansen Bear, the Grizzly Bear, let it go. We'll get the official scoring on that one. But it's 2-1 it's 2-1 Distillers, 3:23 left. Matt Heim corrals the puck. It's Bear. Deflected. .1637, Bear from Neely. It was deflected off a Warhound player. You're supposed to block it, not deflect it into your own net. 3 minutes flat left, first period, icing on the Warhounds. And that's part of the key to tonight's game. Block more shots. Three minutes left. Warhounds have some work to do now. Held. Gets it to Patchett. Got tied up by Denner. Richardson poked it away. Lomau. Patchett in pursuit of that puck, being outnumbered 2-1. Hess comes up with it. Pass from J.D. Woods, I believe. Pass intercepted by Mason Hell to Patchett. To center. And they'll shoot it in. Richardson comes out to play it as the Warhounds change it on the fly. Change it up on the fly. Hess with it through center. Into the Warhound zone for the Distillers up the left wing. Shot blocked. Hess with it again. Getting his own rebound. Passing across to Clark. Jordan Clark. Kocharski holds it in, but it's hit. It's intercepted by Tillman. McComas carried to center, but the Distillers took it back. Kocharski shoots it in. Deep. Matt Heim gets there first. Deflected and given away, almost, actually. Poked away by Zomick. There's communication between Heim and Tillman. They're better than this, so we know that. And it's cleared, but the Distillers say forget the icing, says Richardson. Who needs it? Clark. Almost got his pocket picked by McComas. Hodgson to McComas, holding it in. Hodgson, right circle. Bull with a shot and a save. Trying to tie it up. Here's Kocharski with it. With Wollum. Shot blocked by Kiola. And it comes to Zomick. And he'll cover up. Face-off forthcoming to his right. 1:04 left. First period, 2-1 Distillers. I believe it'll be Neely and Viola. Neely wins that faceoff. Alex Arnold back on the ice with the puck. Left circle, and it comes right to Zomick's stomach. And he holds on to that one. 58.5 seconds left, first period. Neely and Viola again to the right of Zomick. Viola wins that faceoff, and it's cleared by Kiola. On defense, Jensen Bear retrieves it. Viola with a steal, but he gives it up to Arnold. Arnold to Neely, or check that rather, Perry, ahead to Arnold, breaking in. One-timer by Neely, and it goes wide. McComas, or Giblin, checked from behind by Neely. Perry. Pass deflected out to center and back into the Distillers zone. Ormsby. Lead pass ahead. Heim battling out for the puck against Arnold. Neely surges in, and now the buzzer sounds to end the first period. After one period of play, it's the Summit City Distillers 2 and our Northern Michigan Warhounds 1 in the best of three APHL, in game one of the best of three APHL quarterfinal, the Western Division semifinals. From the Otsego County Sportsplex, I'm Taylor Phillips, and we'll be right back. Steelers?
Oh, the Sea at the Pontiac Silverdome when they used to have the high school.
Oh, yeah.
There.
Yep.
We used to go to it all the time because my brother-in-law lived in Flint.
Yeah, it's about almost time for that second period. Welcome back to Pack TV. Taylor Phillips with you from the Otsego County Sportsplex. The first period was brought to you by Alpine Tavern and Eater. Great food, even better atmosphere. Second period about to begin, brought to you by Preston Feather. Building materials for professionals and homeowners. Also, you can pick up a Buffalo Wild Wings of Gaylord heating up player. You at home select yours. Leave a comment on our social media platforms. Second period of Game 1 of the Western Division, APHL Western Division semifinal. As soon as the net adjustments are being made and everyone's ready to go. Right now we have a bit of a delay. I think all the Distillers players are gathered up at their respective bench while the Warhounds are waiting, while 5 Warhounds are waiting to get that second period underway. Roberto Matias opened the scoring, and he's got the lone Warhounds goal thus far. And then Arnold and Jensen Bear, the 2 goals for the Distillers following that. So the Warhounds, down 2-1, have some work to do. Warhounds will go left to right across your screen. The Distillers right to left. It'll be Arnold and Viola to the second period opening face-off at center ice. Viola wins it. Warhounds control. Second period underway. Time to Chillman. Across to Matthias, surging in with Bull. Left circle, centerings one to Matthias, and Richardson gloves it down and hangs on. Just 18 seconds gone by in the second period. 19:42 left in it. 2-1 Distillers lead. Warhounds are trying to tie this thing up. Tie this thing back up. Viola and Arnold again, this time to the left of Richardson. Viola wins this one. Time to Chillman. Twister, and it goes wide off the glass. Thomas Neely lobs it up in the air to center. Matthias plays it back from center to center from his own zone, and the Distillers come back in offside. 19:22 left, second period. 2-1 Distillers. Face-off comes outside the Warhounds blue line, far side. On your screen, Warhounds make changes, and so Warhounds make a change, and so do the Distillers. McComas wins the face-off. Cleared, but held in. Now it's taken ahead by McComas. McComas shoots it. Deflected off a stick and out of play off the netting. 19:11 left, second period. Two 2-1 Distillers. Lomau, and I believe McComas won that face-off. Hodgson behind the net. Gets its pocket pick. Cody Hess with it. Now it deflects over the bench and out of play. It's deflected, no penalty. 19 minutes flat left. McComas and Lomau on the face-off. Comes to Kellogg, across to Giblin. Shot gets blocked, I think. Ehrman, pass ahead. Hess and Lomau to Hess. Shoots it wide. A Warhound loses his stick. Jensen Barrett partially fans on it, and then gives it away to Giblin. Reichart holds it in. Lomau to Hess, and a one-timer goes wide. That was a quick one, too. You got to keep up with the speed. If you're the Warhounds, the Distillers play really fast hockey. But here come the Warhounds. Looks like McComas and Wurzbacher ahead of the play offside. (18-14) left, second period. 2-1 Distillers. Face off coming outside the Distiller blue line, far side. Coy Kendall will face off against Josh Kucharski. Coy Kendall wins it. Chillman behind at center. He'll dump it in. Mason held far side to the left corner. To Patchett. Around the back of the net. Back to Held. Outside to Coy Kendall. To Patchett. Couldn't control it, and the Distillers take over. Here's Wollum the other way. Shot blocked. That's Arnold out there. No, check that. That's Stevenailer. Here's Mason Held with it. Gets taken down. Penalty coming up to the Distillers. So the Warhounds will head to the Hockeytron power play. Screens on, speakers up. It's a Hockeytron power play. (17:29) left, second period. It'll be a tripping penalty on Chris Wallum for 2 minutes. Warhounds will try to tie this game back up at two apiece. Viola and Neely on the face-off. Warhounds on the Hockeytron power play. Face-off won by Wallum, and now it comes to center. Alex Arnold, pursuit but time, gets it first. .231 the time of the penalty to Wallum for tripping. Time with it. Carries through center to Viola. Warhounds on the power play. Viola around the net. Back to Coy Kendall. He'll wrist one, and it's deflected wide. Matthias to the far left forward. Jaden Bull back to Matthias. Matthias with a nice move. Gets it to Bull. Bull, wrist shot blocked. Good block right there, but the Warhounds control it. Another penalty coming up. This one's going to be on the Warhounds, I believe. As Richardson leaves his net for an extra skater, but it's icing. The clock, the penalty killing. Oh, wait. Penalty clock is reset back to 51 seconds, so Matthias will head to the penalty box. 51 seconds of 4-on-4. There'll be, and then it'll be 109 back on the Hogan's Jewelers penalty kill. Here's a shot by Hess. Great save by Zomick with a glove. High sticking. That's what I thought it was. I was peeking. Wurzbacher. Reichert in his own end board. Over to Nickel. Intercepted by Tillman. Wrist shot and a glove saved by Richardson, who was quick with a glove. 16 seconds left on the 4-on-4. 15:44 left, second period. Still 2-1 Distillers. Hess and Koikendall on the faceoff. Hess wins it. Reichart tries to clear. Stolen by Koikendall. Looks like Reichart partially fanned on the clearing attempt. Koikendall has a stick in between his arms. Here's a wrist shot and a save by Richardson. Warhounds attack. Still 4-on-4. Now it's a Hogan's Jewelers penalty kill, brought to you by Hogan's Jewelers. The jeweler with service. Richardson comes out of his net to play it for Nickel. Over to Cody Hess. Arnold gets it to Reichart. Back to Arnold. That's with the Steelers carry it ahead into the Warhound zone on the power play. Hess. Hess skates around to the left circle. Tries to get a shot off. Zamek gloves it down. 14:47 left, second period. 28 seconds left on the Matthias high sticking penalty. The Hogan's Jewelers penalty kill. Both units make changes. Lomau and Wurzbacher on the face-off to the right of Zamek. Wurzbacher won it, but the Distillers get there. Arnold holds it in. Arnold skates around Wurzbacher. Arnold gets it to Harry. Couldn't get a shot off his skate. Hess. Back to Arnold. Left point. To Lomau. Back to Arnold. Across to Hess. High slot. And Matthias out of the penalty box. Penalty is over. Puck is cleared to center, so that's one penalty killed by the Warhounds. 2 to go for a saving of $50, and it's icing against the Warhounds. 14:05 left, second period. Ryan Hannafin will come onto the ice for the Warhounds. Still 5-on-5, still 2-1 Distillers. Kucharski and Wurzbacher on the face-off to the right of Zamek. Warhounds come up with it and clear it to center. Siebenhaler to Kucharski. Nice move by Kucharski. Oh, he gets hit! I believe that's Matthias who laid the lumber down. Wurzbacher jumps on the loose puck. Wurzbacher at his own blue line, ahead to Matthias. Partially fans on it, a bouncing puck. Ormsby. Pass ahead, sticked away by Time, and he takes over. Delayed offside. Koikendall will let it slide. Puck comes back in to the Warhound zone. McComas, or should I say Giblin, dumps it in deep for the Warhounds in the Distillers zone to the end board. A battle for the puck, 3-on-2. Warhounds come up with it. Here's a Tillman one-timer over top off the glass and cleared through center. A race for the puck. That's Jordan Clark out there getting it there first, but checked by Tillman. Puck held in by Ormsby at the blue line. To Hess, a save by Zamek. Another save by Zamek, another rebound. Hess scores. No, wait, he thought he scored. No, wait, hold on. What's the call? There's a whistle. No goal. Wow. Zamek did all he could. The puck manages to stay out. So it stays 2-1 Distillers. 12:32 left, second period. Hess stays on the ice for Summit City. Lomau and Viola on the faceoff. Viola wins it. Distillers dump it back in. Kellogg corrals the puck. Too far for Matthias on that passing attempt. Puck off the board to Viola. Gets bumped off the puck. Hess with it now for the Distillers. Denner bumped off by Bull. J.D. Woods. There's a shot deflected wide. Taken by Matthias. Deflected wide by Bull. Battle for the puck. Held in by Chillman. Chillman waits. Shoots it. Saved by Richardson. Rebound goes to the left end boards. The left side boards. Back out to Chillman. He'll rocket one. Blocked by Lomau. Got right in front of that one. Kellogg gives it away to Ehrman. Into the Warhound zone. Centers one. Nobody home. Hess. Blocked out by Chillman. Matthias clears to center. Arnold back on the ice. Nice move. Stolen by Matthias, though, and he dumps it in. Warhounds change on the fly. Wurzbacher corrals it. Denner loses it. Here's Hodgson, right circle. Centers one to McComas, and a save by Richardson. Puck is cleared and taken ahead the other way by Arnold. Over to Neely, bounced off his skate. He'll retrieve it in the left corner. Centers one. Saved by Zamek, and now the Warhounds carry it the other way. McComas outside the right circle. Tries to tap one in, but Richardson deflects one off the side of the net, and he covers up for a face-off forthcoming to his left. 10:39 left, second period. 2-1 Distillers. The Warhounds getting chance after chance to tie the game back up. They'll have another one here. Grant Koykendall will take the face-off forthcoming against Josh Kucharski. Koykendall wins the face-off. Kiola tries to dump it in deep. That's blocked. Koykendall off the rafters. Overs. 10:33 left. Where's the face-off going to go now? It's going to stay in the Distiller zone, still to the left of Luke Richardson. And they'll do it again. Koykendall and Kucharski. Koykendall wins that one. Kennedy back to Chillman. Wrist shot. Blocker saved by Richardson. Chillman almost holds it in. He'll have to shoot it back in. Richardson comes out of his net. Siebenhaler pursued by Kennedy. Kennedy has his pocket pick, but the puck is loose. Chillman from Kennedy. Chillman with a wrist shot deflected wide. Richardson got his stick on it to deflect it wide. Kennedy checks Denner. Denner tries to clear. Held. Plays it in deep. Kennedy to Koykendall with a one-timer and a save by Richardson. And another paddle for the puck in the corner. Koykendall with it again. Wrist shot. Oh, open net, but nobody home. Bull was well covered. And the Distillers clear to center. Held, shoots it back in, and the Warhounds change on the fly again. Koykendall heads to the bench. Viola back on. Distillers clear it down, and it's icing on Summit City with 9:19 left to play, second period. Still 2-1 Distillers. Chance after chance for the Warhounds. They must not give up now. It's game one of the APHL quarterfinal, the Western Division semifinal. Winner moves on to play either the 2-seeded West Michigan Sentinels or the 3-seeded Toledo Swarm. Mannheim with a one-timer goes wide left. Chillman holds it in. He'll pass it this time to Viola, to Matthias, to Bull. Wrist shot by Viola, I think deflected out of play, off the netting. I thought it was deflected. Face-off will stay in the Distillers zone, this time to the right of Richardson. Viola and Lomau on the face-off. 2-1 Distillers, 9:03 left. Viola almost gets to it, but it's Spencer Steinforth getting there first. Here's Lomau with it. Mannheim tries to get a stick on it, and now he comes up with it. Across to Chillman. Taken back by Steinforth. To Bear. Pass ahead. Couldn't corral it. That, though, is Ehrman. And now Bull with it. Right face-off circle. Saved by Richardson, who got in front of it. Here's Bear the other way for Summit City. Ehrman, shot blocked by Heim, and a rebound saved by Zomick. And the rebound comes to Arnold. Left wing. Hess shoots it wide, gets his own rebound. Hess, high slot. Warhounds try to sandwich him, but he still has it. Saved by Zomick, and it comes back to him, and he'll cover up with 8:01 left, second period. 2-1 Distillers try to add to their lead. Both teams will make changes. What exciting playoff hockey we have for you here on PAC TV, live from the Otsego County Sportsplex. Taylor Phillips with you, live from Gaylord. Arnold wins the face-off. Neely. McComas comes up with it. Hodgson kicks it to Giblin. Hodgson gets it to McComas, takes the hit for it. Hodgson couldn't come up with it. Nice move by Neely, and he comes up with that puck. He'll shoot it in. Kellogg gets there first. To Wurzbacher. Pass it to McComas, over to Giblin. To McComas, and he couldn't get that one, and that's icing. You've got to corral that puck. 7:25 left, second period. Face off to the right of Zomick. 2-1 Distillers. McComas, and I believe that's Arnold. Yes, Arnold winning that face off. Neely shoots it wide from the point. Wurzbacher. Here's a turnover. Here's Arnold, and he scores. Beats Zomick glove side off the post and in. Arnold's got 2 goals. 7:14 left. And it's 3-1 Distillers, proving why they're the top seed in the APHL Western Division. I apologize for the language, and Kellogg is frustrated. I can't blame him. And he is not to blame for it. So the Warhounds are now in a 2-goal hole here, down 3-1. A turnover. Alex Arnold with his second goal of the game. And the Distillers lead it 3-1 now. Here's Coy Kendall dumping it in deep. Around to Mason Held, who gets covered. Tillman with a rocket! But a save by Richardson, who gets in front of it. Denner gets an assist. 12:46 the time of the goal. Coy Kendall jumps on that knuckle, pocket a shot, and a save by Richardson. Coy Kendall gets his own rebound. Another shot, stick save by Richardson from a sharp angle. Chillman with a rocket and a chest save by Richardson. Kucharski with it for the Distillers. He'll clear it all the way down. Chillman, well, 2/3 of the way down. Shillman way ahead to Matthias. Bull almost comes in offside, but the Warhounds get into the zone onside. Matthias to Bull, and he gets knocked down. Penalty coming up to the Distillers with 6 minutes flat left to play in the second period, and the Warhounds will head back to the Hockeytron power play. Screens on, speakers up. Another Hockeytron power play for the Warhounds. It's going to be slashing, I believe, on Jensen Bear, the Grizzly Bear. I want to make sure I'm correct on this. That's why I believe I saw that signal for slashing. McComas on that face-off, and the puck comes right to Richardson, and he'll cover up. 2 seconds into the power play for the Warhounds. McComas and Lomau on the face-off. Very important win for the Warhounds on that face-off, but it comes back. It is slashing. Zomick plays it for Chillman. Hodgson gets it back from McComas. Hodgson into the Distiller zone. Outside the left circle. Over to Chillman. High slot to the point. Across to McComas. High slot. He'll wrist one. And an easy save by Richardson. And he'll cover up. And he'll hang on to it. 1:26 left on the Hockeytron power play. 5:26 left. Second period. Still 3-1 Distillers. Warhounds have some serious catching up to do. McComas and Wallem on the face-off this time. Hodgson, left circle. Tries to center one. Couldn't connect. And the Distillers come up with it and clear it down. Zomick comes out of his net. Wurzbacher to Chillman. 5:06 in counting second period. Down to a minute left on the Hockeytron power play, and the Warhounds come in on offside. McComas knew it. He's shaking his head in guilt. 1 minute left on the Warhounds power play. Brought to you by Hockeytron. Speakers on. The screens on, speakers up. Warhounds win that face-off. Coy Kendall. He'll dump it in deep. Richardson out to play it. And it comes all the way down to Zomick. Richardson with a nice clear out of his own crease. Time to Matthias. Matthias carries in. Lost an edge. Puck still in play. Here's Bull with a shot. I believe that was blocked. Bull with a nice, nifty pass. Viola back to Coy Kendall at the point. In front of the blue line. Bull. Off Matthias' skate and cleared. More miscommunication. 5 seconds left on the power play. Coy Kendall, he'll wrist one, and a blocker saved by Richardson. Bull with a rebound. The Distillers back in full strength. Viola will pass it to Matthias. Coy Kendall shoots it over top. Viola gets the rebound in the right corner. Bull pursued by J.D. Woods, and Arnold will come up with it to Neely the other way for the Distillers. 2-on-2 with Perry. Good defensive play by Giblin. Good back check, and it comes to Zomick, and he covers up with 3:36 left, second period. 3-1 Distillers. Warhounds will make a change. So will the Distillers. Actually, just the Warhounds making the change. Puck goes deflected off the rafters in between two opposing players. Yeah, don't worry. It was off the rafters. I'm fine. 3:27 left, second period. Face off to the right of Jacob Zomick. 3-1 Distillers lead it.
That wasn't there. Yeah.
Neely wins the face-off, but the Warhounds control, but not for long. Reichart to Arnold. Perry, nice move, but the puck comes loose. It's tried to clear but held in, but now Wurzbacher from Hodgson. Wurzbacher breaking in against 3 Distillers, 2 in pursuit. Neely gets hit. Good forechecking right there. Here's Nickel with it, held in by Wurzbacher. Wurzbacher, right circle, pass across. Oh, he set it. Oh, deflection. Wurzbacher, I think, got home. It's 3-2 Distillers. The Warhounds are within 1. With 2:52 left in the second period. Looks like McComas might be the one getting that goal. We'll get the official scoring, but the Warhounds are within a goal. Still got 1 period to play, too. It's definitely far from over. Coy Kendall and Perry with a face-off at center. Hodgson sent it wide. The rebound came back, and either Wurzbacher or McComas put it home. Beat Richardson. Richardson lets it come to him, and he plays it for Hess. Plays it to Hess. Hess wanted the penalty. McComas for the goal. Hodgson. Wurzbacher. 17:08. Penalty coming up to the Warhounds. Austin Giblin is in disbelief from the bench. Delayed penalty coming up to the Warhounds. You have to corral the puck to touch it up. And now they do. Brian Hannafin does the honors. What's the call? There'll be another Hogan's Jewelers penalty kill. It's going to be Matt Heim heading to the box. It's a hooking penalty on Matt Heim. 2 minutes. Just the run-of-the-mill 2 minutes. 1:51 left on the in the second period. They've killed 1 penalty up thus far, but the Distillers are 1 for 2 on the power play in tonight's game thus far. Lomau and I believe Viola on that faceoff. Distillers control. Hess left circle. Couldn't control it. Held in though by Arnold to Hess. Hit Lomau's leg, and Arnold retrieves it at center. Matthias tried to mid-check there. Here's Chilman with a steal. Issue forced by Matthias. Chilman with a wrist shot and a save by Richardson from a sharp angle, and Hess gets the rebound. He'll pass it way ahead to Devin Perry. Perry pokes it away. Matthias almost with a chance, but Hess got there first. Now a puck is loose, but Hess still gets there as Matthias stumbled a bit. 1 minute to go, less than a minute to go. Here's a one-timer. I think Samik made the save. Matthias to Chilman, and he clears it down. Bouncing puck to Richardson, and he gets in front of that one easily. Here's Arnold carrying it in. Alex Arnold with 2 goals. Neely with a shot. I think Zamek got the glove on it. Kucharski gives it up to Giblin. Giblin has his pocket picked, I think. He does. Hodgson with a puck first, though. And he clears it down. Touch with a high stick by Neely. And the Distillers will touch up. A touch with a high stick, and the face-off will come the other way, all the way into the Distillers zone. 13.3 seconds left. Warhounds might have a shorthanded scoring chance here with 23 seconds left on their Hogan's Jewelers penalty kill. Held wins that face-off to Kellogg. Held gets bodied off by Nickel. Kellogg with a shot, but not too hard. Richardson with a stick save. And time runs out in the second period with 8 seconds left on the Hogan's Jewelers penalty kill. Matt Heim for high sticking. At the end of 2, it's the Summit City Distillers 3 and our Northern Michigan Warhounds 2 in Game 1 of the best of 3 Western Division semifinals, the APHL quarterfinals. Live from the Otsego County Sportsplex, I'm Taylor Phillips, and we'll be right back. Start of the third period brought to you by the Landing Zone. Bowling alley, arcade, and food recreation with a purpose, including incredible pizza. 3-2 Distillers lead the Warhounds. Game 1 of the APL Western Division semifinal. Alex Arnold with 2 goals. McComas scoring that last goal for the Warhounds. Roberto Matias opening the scoring in the hockey game. Only 8 seconds left on the Hogan's Jewelers penalty kill. Warhounds are on the verge of getting completing a penalty kill number 2. The Distillers on the verge of falling to 1 for 3 on the power play. They're 1 for 2 going in to this third period, and they lead it 3-2. So it's going to be Justin McComas and Alex Arnold. McComas for the Warhounds, Arnold for the Distillers. 5-on-4 Distillers. McComas wins that faceoff. Chillman clears it down, and that's going to do it for this Distillers power play. Another Hogan's Jewelers power play penalty kill complete. That's 2 of them complete. 2 penalties killed by the Warhounds, 1 more. And everyone will save $50 out of any purchase of at least $400 at Hogan's Jewelers in Gaylord, the jeweler with service. Third period just getting underway. Back to 5 aside.
The other thing came out,
Warhounds clear it down, or Distillers clear it down. Chillman gets there first. Hodgson, McComas, Wurzbacher. Warhounds change on the fly. Warhounds regroup. Off the official skate. Now Bull with a chance and a pad save by Richardson. Justin Denner on it. Pursued by Matthias. Puck ricochets off a stanchion and back to Denner. Viola had it played away from his possession. Now here's Lomau with it with Hess, 2-on-2. Hess with it. Left circle and a save by Zamek, who gets in front of it and hangs onto it. 18:27 left third period. 3-2 Distillers. Face off to the right of Zamek. Coy Kendall, Patchett, and Held, the new forwards for the Warhounds. Coy Kendall and Lomau on the faceoff. Lomau wins it. Lomau to Hess at the end board. Good check right there, and Jensen Bear can't hold it in. Kellogg to Coy Kendall. Mason Held tips it in deep. And the puck is stuck at the bottom of the net padding. And there'll be a stoppage in play and another face-off in the Distiller zone. To the right of Richardson. McComas for the Warhounds against Kucharski for the Distillers. Steinforth pursued by Hodgson. Hodgson with a steal. Centering pass. Score! McComas ties the game at 3. It all started with a steal by Hodgson from Steinforth. A centering pass to McComas with a backhander, tying the game at 3. With 17:53 left in the third period, we have a hockey game, folks. It's tied at 3. Time of that goal is going to be 2:07. McComas from Hodgson. Distillers win the face-off and clear down. They dump it in. Kucharski tries to get there first. Heim with a back check. I believe that's Wurzbacher with that puck. To Hodgson. He shoots it in deep. We're tied at 3. Ryan Reichart. Here's Kucharski with it. Left circle. Around the net. Pass intercepted by Viola. Viola dumps it in. Oh, what a save by Richardson on Matthias. Richardson gets in front of it. 17:05 left. Richardson holds on to it, and there'll be another face-off to his right. Viola and Arnold on the face-off. Puck just out of the reach of Gitlin, who will have to go get that one back in his own zone. Pursued by Neely, and now the puck goes out of play. The Distillers want a delay of game penalty. Let's see. Nope, it's deflected. It stays 5 aside. Viola and Neely on the face-off. Viola wins it. Kiola tries to clear, but it's held in. And now Matthias on a breakaway, but couldn't quite control completely the puck. Matthias gets the pass. He has it knocked away. Bull dumps it in deep. Matthias with a forecheck. 2 Distiller players collide. Heim gets there first as the Distillers clear it back down. Oh, the Warhounds almost got caught for too many men on the ice there. Denner dumps it in deep for the Distillers. Zamek comes out to play it for the Warhounds. It's a goaltender's clear. It is icing. I don't know what happened there, but that gives the Distillers a bit of an opportunity in the Warhound zone. Face off to the right of Zamek. That's going to be Lomau and Viola. Interesting face-off matchup here. 15:58 left, third period. Lomau wins it. Hess. Shot blocked by Kiola. Great defense right there by Ryan Kiola. Hess with it again to Lomau. Lomau waits. Gets it across and Ormsby couldn't control it. And he gets it back to center. Hess with a wrister. Blocked by Heim, and Hess with it again on a rebound. Zamek kept it out somehow. Ormsby held it in, just barely, but he gives it away to Chillman. Pocket picked by Hess, but it gets back. There's a loose puck. Lomau to Ehrman. Oh, man. Puck is loose, picked up by Heim. Across to Chillman. Down to 15 minutes and counting. Third period, 3 apiece. Back to Heim. Over to Kennedy. To Koikendall. Pokes it into the Distiller zone. Siebenhaler. Passes it across to Bear. Over to Wallop. Kucharski. Wallop shoots it deflected over top. Kucharski to Siebenhaler. Nice move. Stick in the lane there. Here's a one-timer by Nicole, and it goes off the side of the net. Puck battle in the corner. Puck loose on the other side. Bleacher boards. Hodgson, Kellogg tries to clear. Nickel holds it in. Nickel, puck loose. Zamek sprawls out, dives out to cover that puck for a faceoff. 14:03 left. Third period, still tied at 3. Threes are wild. Face off to the right of Zamek. It'll be Neely and McComas. Warhounds win the faceoff, and they'll clear down. Hodgson lost his stick. Neely comes back up with it. I apologize for technical difficulties. At least we have audio, right? Hodgson from Wurzbacher. We have the camera back on. Good. Hodgson, nice move. Couldn't get the shot off, though. Puck comes along the end boards. Neely comes up with it, carries it the other way. And he gives it up to McComas. To Heim. Couldn't control it, but Chillman recovers it. To Hodgson. Gives it up almost. Nice move by Hodgson, who got it back. Ahead to McComas. Couldn't control it. Denner intercepts, and Arnold takes it the other way. Checked by Wurzbacher. McComas with a steal to Giblin in his own zone. Tipped off Denner's glove. No icing. Warhounds change on the fly. Cody Hess with a puck. Look out. Arnold across the line. Arnold waits to Hess. Behind the net. Back to Arnold. Left wing. Nice move around Bull. Back to Denner. Back to Hess. Hess gets checked. Kellogg with a good back check right there on Hess. Ehrman. Looks like a penalty coming up, I think. Hold on. Is there a penalty or no? That's just offside. Viola and Kucharski on that face-off outside the blue line. Warhounds win it, and they control. Bull, too far for Matthias. Wollum to Kucharski. Here come the Distillers again. Blocked by Giblin. Rebound! Oh, what a save by Zamek! That was on Wollum. That was the attempted by Wollum. Zamek is pumped up. 11:58 left, third period. This game is far from over. Arnold and Koikendall on the face-off to the left of Zamek. Koikendall wins it. Puck is loose, battled for. Neely. Oh, what a bacon shot, and that's a goal for Neely off the back of Zamek. That is a Brendan Shanahan goal right there with 11:50 left, and the Distillers retake the lead 4-3. Wow, that is phenomenal, we have to admit. Neely from behind the net banks one off of Zamek and in to put the Distillers back on top 4-3 with 11:50 left in the third period. It's an even strength goal. We'll wait for the official scoring, see who gets the assist on his goal. So Arnold with 2, Hess with 1, and now Neely with 1. Definitely no chance for Zamek right there. Distillers attack again. Wollum gets the assist. 8:10 the time of the Neely goal. Steinforth with a nice move. Ahead to Hess, couldn't control it. Chillman tips it to Heim. Warhounds are going to have to try to tie the game back up again. Chillman to McComas, carries ahead through center into the Distiller zone. McComas tries to center one, held in by Heim. Wurzbacher tips it in midair into the corner. Wallem gets it over to Bear. 2-on-2 with Kucharski. Nice block by Chillman on the passing attempt by Kucharski, or Bear rather. Wurzbacher to McComas, couldn't control. Sticked away by Heim. Hodgson, McComas. Warhounds are trying to change on the fly. Here's a steal by Siebenhaler. Centers one. Blocked off by Hodgson. Intercepted by Hodgson. Into the corner. Players look confused out there. Thought the whistle had gone, but no. Giblin to Viola. He'll dump it in deep and get it and retrieve it himself. Bumped off the puck. Siebenhaler gets it. To Arnold. Dumps it past Kyola. No way. That's intercepted by Bull. Taken back by Neely with Arnold. 2-on-2. Left faceoff circle, and it goes wide. And that's a delay of game penalty. That's on Kyola. And Kyola knew it. So the Warhounds will head back to the Hogan's Jewelers penalty kill. That is a critical mental mistake by Kyola and the Warhounds. Hogan's Jewelers is the jeweler with service. With 9:31 left in the third period, the Warhounds will have to try to kill off another penalty. They've killed two thus far, 2 out of 3 opportunities. A third here would get the customers a saving of $50 of any purchase of at least $400 at Hogan's Jewelers, the jeweler with service. Zamek covers up. 1:58 left on the Distiller power play. 9:29 left third period. 4-3 Distillers trying to add to it. On their power play, Chillman comes up with it. He'll just clear it down. Airborne. Kyola, delay of game, 2 minutes, 10:29 the time of the penalty. Distillers stump it in deep. Chillman clears it. Arnold tries to hold it in, and I believe that was a hand pass, they say. Arnold tried to hold it in with his glove, with his hand. Faceoff will come outside the blue line. 9:02 left. Third period, 1:31 left on the Distiller power play. Neely to Hess. He'll control across to Arnold. Nice move by Arnold past Chillman. But Thomas got a stick on it, and Wurzbacher clears it down. Richardson comes out to play it for Arnold. Arnold ahead to Hess. Hess still with it. To Devin Perry, intercepted by Heim, and he clears it down. Distillers change up their power play unit. Neely, he'll just drop it off for Wollum. Steinforth on the ice as well. Kucharski with a check from behind. A clean one by Heim. Giblin holds it in, but tries to clear. It's held in by Reichart. McComas clears it down. 30 seconds and counting on the Distiller power play. Reichart. Matthias whacks it away with his stick. Giblin clears it down. Got the pass from Mason Held. 6 seconds left. This should be a Hogan's Jewelers penalty kill activation. And it is. Kiola back out of the box and back to the bench. So that's a Hogan's Jewelers penalty kill activation, which is now 3 penalties killed by the Warhounds, which means each customer, each Warhounds fan can save $50 out of any purchase of at least $400 at Hogan's Jewelers in Gaylord, the jeweler with service. 7:24 left. Third period, face-off outside the blue line in Warhound territory. Reichart. Oh, what a hit by Tillman on Ehrman. Whoa, my goodness. Explosive hit by the big man, by the big captain. Long feet ahead. No icing. Matthias beats it out. Steinfort intercepts. To Hess. 7 minutes to go. Third period. Lomau across, sticked away by Matthias. Hess retrieves it. Shillman, stick checked by Lomau. Puck battled in the corner between Lomau and Chillman. Puck is loose. Lomau comes up with it. Puck is loose again, and Lomau jumps on it again. Over to Dinner. Dumps it in deep. Jaden Bull intercepts. Warhounds need to tie this game. They're down 4-3. Jaden Bull. Matthias shoots it over top of the net. Watch out. Dinner gets there first. Over to Neely. Nice move across by Bull. High slot shot over top. A wrister. There's a shot. Shoulder save by Zamek on a deflection. Giblin with a rebound. Stolen by Arnold. Look out. Centering pass. Candy with a stick in the lane. Here's an opportunity. Oh, missed by Arnold. And the whistle goes. There's a broken stick at center ice. The net was off its moorings. The net was bumped off its moorings. 5:49 left, third period. Coy Kendall and Kucharski on the faceoff. Coy Kendall wins it. Giblin. Kellogg. Coy Kendall clears it down. Ormsby again fails to hold it in. Siebenhaler. Checked by Held. Giblin plays it across. In front of the net. Another save by Zamek. Here's Candy with it. Sticked away by Arnold. Or should I say Siebenhaler. Coy Kendall to Kellogg. Pass too far ahead for Hodgson. Deflected. No icing. Deflected by a Distiller. I think that's Cody Hess who deflected it. Here's a steal by Hodgson, but he gives it away to Ehrman. Puck is loose. Time with it. Hodgson to Chillman. Distillers change on the fly. Nope, they don't. Chillman still waits with that puck, and now he gives it up to Steinforth. There's Lomau with it. He'll wrist one, and a save by Zamek. He gets in front of it, and he'll cover up. 4:31 left, third period. And now some confrontations near the net. The Distillers are itching to make a change. The Warhounds have some work to do. They're down 4-3, 4:31 left, third period in game one of the APHL Western Division semifinal, the entire APHL quarterfinal round. It's going to be McComas and Neely on the faceoff to the right of Zamek. Face-off looks like a draw, but it's won by the Distillers, I think. Here's Arnold with it. Got taken down. Distillers won a trip, but no call. Held in by Steinforth, and now here's almost McComas taking it away, almost taking it away. Chillman ahead to McComas. Bumped off the puck by Perry. Steinforth with it. Stolen by Hodgson. Behind the net. Steinforth takes it back. Wurzbacher whacks it away. Here's Arnold with it. 3:50 left in counting. Third period. Ahead to Perry, the captain for the Distillers. Chillman in pursuit on the back check. Heim almost got tied up, but he clears it, but held in by Denner. Perry, wrist shot. Deflected by Heim, but into the glove of Zamek. Heim having some words with the Distiller player. 3:33 left, third period. 4-3 Distillers lead it. Still 5 aside. Cody Hess is arguing with Justin McComas at center ice. And now they both head to their respective benches. Face off to the left of Zamek. It'll be Wallem and Viola on that. Viola wins it. Gidlin controls off the referee. Tried to clear. Now he gets it to Matthias. Oh, avoids a hit. Here's Viola with it. Right circle. Couldn't control it. Siebenhaler. Checked by Bull. Puck is loose though. Kucharski ahead to Wallem. He tipped it in deep. Kellogg will have to retrieve it in his own zone. He does. Tipped by Bull. J.D. Woods on it. 3:12, 3:11 left to go. Third period. Puck skips past everyone, including Gidlin. Kellogg. He'll just play it ahead. Here's J.D. Woods with a steal. He'll wrist one and a blocker save by Zamek. Jaden Bull to Matthias. Drops it off to Viola. Right circle. Wrist shot and a glove save by Richardson with 2:47 left. And Richardson will hang on. 4-3 Distillers trying to hang on. Warhounds trying to tie it. Warhounds make a change. Man, Chris Wallem blowing kisses toward the Warhound bench. That's a little sarcastic right there. Coy Kendall and Lomau on the face-off. Coy Kendall barely wins that one. That was a tough one. Heim will have to play it delayed offside. Warhounds tag up. Lomau with it, though. Ormsby in his own slot. And he'll clear it down. It's going to be icing on the Distillers. 2:25 left. There'll be a face-off in the Distillers zone. The Warhounds get a break here. It'll be Coy Kendall and Lomau again. And the Warhounds will call a timeout first. What do they do here? Down 4-3. This is a critical game one of the best of three Western Division semifinals, the APHL quarterfinals, live from the Otsego County Sportsplex on PAC TV. Taylor Phillips live here with you, providing the play-by-play commentary. The Warhounds are going to have a critical chance here to try to tie it at 4. Down 4-3 currently at the moment. There'll be a face-off to the left of Luke Richardson. in goal. The Warhounds are going to change lines, make a wholesale change. Chillman, Wurzbacher. There'll be a face-off to the left of Richardson, rather. McComas will take the face-off against Lomau. They're going to send Matt Heim as the sixth skater with the Warhounds net empty. Actually, they'll take the face-off back to the right of Richardson. But really doesn't matter at this point. But Warhounds trying to tie this game up. Critical face-off here, won by McComas. Hodgson, Chillman, one-timer! It goes wide. Wurzbacher with it. Bounces it off the board. McComas. Wurzbacher, back to Chillman. Back to Wurzbacher. Pass blocked. Hess tries to shoot for the empty net, but Chillman makes the block with his stick. 1:57 left in counting. Chillman drops it off to Fru Hodgson. Across to Wurzbacher off his skate. Arnold had it sticked away. Kennedy shoots it in. Warhounds on the attack again. Denner gets there first. Wurzbacher with a steal. Kennedy on it. McComas, rather. Back to Hodgson at the blue line. Hodgson back to McComas in the corner. Centering pass. Oh, what a save by Richardson, and he covers up. Warhounds get a glorious chance here, but Richardson stands tall. 1:25 left, third period, 4-3 Distillers. Warhounds make another change. Another wholesale change with six skaters. Net empty, 4-3 Distillers. Viola will take the face-off against Lomau, or Arnold, rather. Another critical face-off forthcoming. Jane Bowl gets to the puck. Good steal. Centering pass to Matthias. Couldn't connect. Matthias, catch it. Held in by Heim. He'll wire one. Deflected off the body. Wrist shot goes wide from a sharp angle. Heim holds it in. And the puck goes out of play. 1:02 left, third period. Warhounds net still empty. 4-3 Distillers lead it, third period. Face-off will come outside the Distiller blue line. Anthony Viola will take the face-off against Alex Arnold. Mitchell Patchett comes up with it and dumps it in deep. Jensen Baird tries to clear. Held in by Coy Kendall. Matthias to Heim. He'll wrist one. And Richardson gloves it down and hangs on. Sorry. I apologize for that. I just bumped into it, that's all. 52.6 seconds left. Wurzbacher will head to the bench. McComas. I'm going to slide over to the right so nothing else happens. Face off to the left of Richardson. McComas and Arnold on the face off. There's a broken stick outside the blue line. .6 seconds left, third period. Hang on to your hats, folks. Down to the wire. McComas wins the face-off. Coy Kendall. Bull. Centering past Matthias off his skate. Viola. Back over to Chillman. One-timer, and Richardson will get in front of that and hang on to it. 41.6 seconds left. And there's some curricular physicality in front of the net. Time is 9:14 p.m. Face-off forthcoming to the right of Richardson. Net still empty for the Warhounds. 6-on-5. McComas, and it's going to be Lomau. Another critical face-off coming up. Lomau wins the face-off, controlled by Hess. Viola gets bumped off by Arnold in the right corner. Battle for the puck. And the Distillers clear down into the empty. Oh no, just wide. And it's icing just barely by less than an inch. The Distillers almost put the game away. It's still 4-3 in favor of the Distillers with 26.5 seconds left. Coy Kendall heads to the bench. Face off in the Distillers zone. McComas. Distillers win that face-off. Shillman has to retrieve it. 20 seconds left. The Warhounds have to hurry. Have to dilly down here. Here's Mason held with it across the line. 8 seconds to go. Hodgson, one-timer saved by Richardson. Arnold comes up with it. 2 seconds left, and that's going to do it. The Distillers escape with a 4-3 win. They hang on to beat the Warhounds 4-3 in Game 1 of the APHL Western Division semifinals here at the Otsego County Sportsplex. Game 2 will take place in Summit City. The Warhounds had plenty of chances, but Richardson stood tall. And that does it for this game. That does it for Game 1. Final score, the Summit City Distillers 4 and the Northern Michigan Warhounds 3. Alex Arnold with 2 goals for the Distillers. Justin McComas with 2 goals for the Warhounds. We'd like to thank our sponsors for Warhounds Playoff Hockey on PAC TV. Buffalo Wild Wings in Gaylord. Bugs and Stuff Pest Control. Serpenotics Hockey. Treetops Resort. McDonald's. Contender Athletics. Rustling Leaf Photography. Bell Forklift. Serve Pro. Magical Vacation. Planner by Ralph Lake. Preston Feather. Dave's Garage. Alpin Buffs Outdoor Resort. Gaylord Area Chamber of Commerce. Smith Realty Group. Mural Construction. Hogan's Jewelers, the jeweler with service. The Otsego County Animal Shelter. Alpine Tavern and Eatery. Dodson Payment Solutions. Hockeytron. Screens on, speakers up. The Landing Zone. Bowling Alley Arcade Food Recreation with a Purpose. Eichenhout Roofing, Siding, Windows, and Decking. And Crave Pasta and Pizza Pub. It's either Game 3 or season over for the Warhounds. It's still a best of 3. For now, this is Taylor Phillips signing off from the Otsego County Sportsplex. Again, final score of Game 1 of the APHL quarterfinal, the Western Division semifinal. The Distillers 4 and the Warhounds